Good morning, children. I welcome you all for the last session of this chapter for circles. In the previous class, that is in the second session, I gave you one activity, that is draw circles with different radii and construct tangent to the circle from an external point, then find. So, I also taught you to how to construct tangent from the external point to the circles in that class. So, after constructing tangent from the external point to the circle, you have to find the lengths of the tangents, then join the center and the external point through a line segment and find the angle of inclination of tangents with this line segment. What is your inference? This was the activity given in the last session. I think all of you have done the activity and you are eagerly waiting for me with your inference. Let us watch this video and discuss what you have observed in that activity. We marked B as external point to the circle A. Then we are constructing tangent to the circle A from external point B. Here BN and BO are the two tangents constructed to the circles from the external point B. You can observe that the lengths of the tangents are equal and also the angle of inclination of tangents with the line segment that joins the center and the external points are also equal. You can observe I am changing the position of the external point as well as here I am changing the radius of the circle. In all the cases the observation remains same, that is the length of the tangents are equal and the angle of inclination between the tangents and the line segment that join the center and the external points are equal. Here you can observe the length of the tangents are equal, that is 10.2, 10.2 and the angle of inclination is 21.3 degree and 21.3 degree. This we have changed and we have observed. This is what your inference. So, this is the inference that we got from the activity, that is tangents drawn from external point to the circles are equal. Now, we have to prove this statement and that is the theorem 4.2, tangents drawn from external point to the circle are equal. In this chapter, you have two important theorems, that is theorem 4.1 that we have discussed in the second section and theorem 4.2. This is also very important theorem and you may expect this theorem for 3 marks in the examination, children. So, with the given data, we are drawing a figure where O is the center of the circle and P is the external point to the circle. Here PQ and PR are the tangents drawn from the external point to the circle O. So, that is the data. PQ and PR are the tangents drawn to the circle with the center O from the external point P. What we have to prove? We have to prove that tangents are equal. Which are the tangents here from the external point? PQ and PR. We have to prove that the length of PQ is equal to length of PR. Both are equal, we have to prove. Next, we are going to do some construction to prove this theorem for the figure that we have drawn. So, what we are doing here? We are joining OP, the center and the external point, and also we are joining OQ and OR. Yes. So, if we join these points, we are getting two triangles OPQ and OPR. With the help of these triangles, we are going to prove that the two tangents are equal. How we are going to prove these two triangles are equal or same? Here we take the help of congruency of triangles. So, we have SSS postulates, SAS postulate, ASA postulate and RHS postulate on triangles. here we are using one of the postulate to show that PQ is equal to PR. Which is the postulate we are going to use here? First consider the triangle OPQ and triangle OPR. Now list what are all the things you know in these triangles. In triangle OPQ and OPR, angle OQP is equal to angle ORP, that is equal to right angle. So how we came to know that these two angles are right angles? Yes, according to theorem 4.1, the radius drawn at the point of contact is perpendicular to the tangent. So with the help of theorem 4.1, we are showing that these two angles are 90 degree. Then what are the other thing that we know is OQ equals OR. Why OQ and OR are same? They are the radii of the same circle. Hence, those two are equal. OQ and OR are equal. What is the other thing that is common in these two triangles? That is OP. OP is the line segment that joins the center and the external point. This line segment or this side is common to both the triangles. So observe here, this is right angle. Here OQ and OR are the radius, that is one side are equal. OP is the side opposite to 90 degree, that is hypotenuse. Hence, according to RHS postulate, the triangle OPQ is congruent to triangle OPR. We are showing that the triangle OPQ is congruent to triangle OPR according to RHS postulate. Now, the remaining things, the other three elements of these triangles are equal, hence the two triangles are congruent. Yes, what are the remaining elements? The two sides are equal, we already shown. The third side, the remaining side is PQ and PR. Since these two are congruent, the two sides are equal, hence we proved the theorem. If they ask us to prove that the angle QPO is equal to angle RPO, then also up to this the same step, after that we can show that angle QPO is equals to angle RPO. Children, so this theorem is very important for the examination of you. You practice well and learn to prove the theorem. Okay children, now let us solve some problems related to this theorem or some proof related to this theorem. Here is one example problem that is in your textbook. It is example 2. Two tangents TP and TQ are drawn to a circle with center O from an external point T. Here the external point is T and the tangents PT and PQ are drawn to the circle with center O. We have to prove that angle PTQ is twice the angle OPQ. So, what is the data given here? TP and TQ are the tangents drawn to the circle with center O at P and Q respectively. Now, we have to prove that angle PTQ is twice the angle OPQ. For this, so we are going to do some construction. We join P and Q. Now, observe in triangle PTQ, that is in PTQ, TP equals TQ. How you came to that TP is equal to TQ? Now only in theorem 4.2 we have proved that the tangents drawn to the circle from an external points are equal. By using that concept, we are telling that TP equals TQ because TP and TQ are the tangent from the external point T to the circle O. Then angle TPQ is equal to angle TQP. Why those two angles are equal? Recall the properties of types of triangle. If two sides are equal, we call the triangle as isosceles triangles. In an isosceles triangle, the angles opposite to the equal sides are also equal, correct? So, hence TPQ equals TQP. Then angle TPQ equals angle TQP. We call this as X, that is equal to 90 degree minus OPQ, because angle OPT is 90 degree. We know that according to theorem 4.1, OP is the radius drawn at the point of contact, it is perpendicular to the tangent TP. So, with that knowledge, we are writing angle TPQ is equal to angle TQP, both are equal because the triangle is isosceles triangle. We call that as X, that is equal to 90 degree minus angle OPQ. Next step, in triangle TPQ, we know that the sum of three interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Therefore, angle PTQ plus 90 minus angle OPQ, we are substituting the value for TPQ. It is 90 minus OPQ, and TQP is also 90 minus OQP. Angle TQP is also 90 degree minus OPQ. Hence, that is equal to 180 degree. Here 90 plus 90, 180. Angle PTQ minus OPQ means it becomes 2 times OPQ. Here 90 plus 90 is 180. In LHS we have 180 and in RHS we have 180. Both the side it cancels. Next, we are left with angle PTQ minus 2 times angle OPQ. When we transfer 2 times angle OPQ to the RHS, we have angle PTQ equals twice the angle OPQ. This we have to prove, hence we proved logically. Okay children, let us watch this video to understand this better. Here, in any circle, if the angle formed between the two tangents is always twice the angle formed between the radius and the line joining the point of contact. You can observe this video. Here observe 41.8, it is PTQ is twice of it. 41 point twice is 83.6. Now observe, even though the position of the point changes and the radius of the circle changes, then also the relation remains same, that is angle OPQ and angle PTQ. If you observe the relation, angle PTQ is twice the angle OPQ. Yes, 23.6, twice of it is 47.2 degree. Okay, we have also verified that statement. Now, let us solve some problems in exercise 4.2. The first question is like this. From a point Q, the length of the tangent to a circle is 24 centimeter and the distance of Q from the center is 25 centimeter. The radius of the circle is. Here we have to find the radius of the circle given length of the tangent and the distance between Q from the center is 25. That is, one side length is given and hypotenuse is given. We have to find the length of the other side, because we know that the triangle formed is right triangle. Here 4 options are given: 7 centimeter, 12 centimeter, 15 centimeter, 24.5 centimeter. So, we have figure for the statement. Here PQ is 24 centimeter and OQ is 25 centimeter. We have to find the length of the radius, that is OP. According to Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equals to sum of the squares on the sides of the triangles. Hence, OQ square we know it is 25 square, which is equal to PO square means 24 square, but we do not know PQ square. Substitute the value in the equation, or we can express the same statement for PO square. It is 25 square minus 24 square. We know 25 square is 625 and 24 square is, yes children, it is 576. subtract 576 from 625, you are going to get 49 as PO square. But we need the length of the radius, hence we take square root on both the sides. Taking square root on both the sides, we get PO equals plus 7 because length is expressed in positive units. PO equals 7 centimeter. Option A is the correct answer. Let us look into the second problem in exercise 4.2. In figure 4.11, if TP and TQ are the two tangents to a circle with center O, so that angle POQ equals 110 degree, then angle PTQ is equal to dash. So, here according to the statement we have this figure. So, they have given the angle POQ, we have to find angle PTQ. We know that angle P is 90 degree and angle Q is 90 degree according to theorem 4.1. Now, you can observe the changes, but observe what is this OPTQO. OPTQO is a quadrilateral. Angle POQ plus angle PTQ must be 180 degree because the other two angles are already 180 degree. But we know angle POQ is 110 degree. So, substitute that in the equation. 110 degree plus angle PTQ is 180 degree. Angle PTQ equals, if you transfer 110 to this side, 180 minus 110, that is angle PTQ equals 70 degree. Option B is the right answer, children. Okay. Next question, the third question in exercise 4.2. If tangents PA and PB from a point P to a circle with center O are inclined to each other at angle of 80 degree, then angle POA is equal to, options are 50 degree, 60 degree, 70 degree, 80 degree, and we already have figure related to this problem. So, we have to find angle AOP. If we know angle AOP, angle BOP is also same. Angle AOP, or we can read that as angle POA. So, in a triangle we know sum of three interiors of a triangle is 180 degree. Two angles we know already, that is angle OAP is 90 degree and angle APO is 40 degree. Substitute that in this equation. 90 plus 40 is 130. When 130 is transferred to this side, it is 180 minus 130, that is angle AOP equals 50 degree. So, if they ask angle BOP, that is also 50 degree. Option A is the correct answer. Let us move on to the next question, that is fourth question. Prove that the tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter of a circle are parallel. We have to prove that the tangents drawn at the end points of a diameter. Observe here, O is the center of the circle, PQ is the diameter, P and Q are the end points of the diameter. We have drawn AB and CD respectively at P and Q. We have to show that AB and CD are parallel. Let us write the data. AB and CD are the tangents drawn at the end points of the diameter PQ with center O. We have to prove that AB tangent is parallel to CD. How to prove that two lines are parallel? In previous standard, we have studied that if two lines are said to be parallel, if they are equidistant, if a pair of F angles, that means corresponding angles are equal, then those two lines are parallel. If a pair of alternative angles are equal, then those two lines are parallel. If the sum of interior angles on the same side of the transversal makes an angle 180 degree, sum is 180 degree, then those two lines are parallel. Here which property we are going to use here? We know angle OQA, angle OQC, angle OPB and angle OPDR is 90 degree, because OP is the radius drawn to the tangent at the point of contact, hence it is perpendicular. Here OQ is the radius drawn at the point of contact Q. See, OQ is also perpendicular. Therefore, PQ is the transfer to the line AB and CD. Here a pair of F angles are equal. Hence, a pair of F angles are OQC. Observe, OQC is equal to OPB. It is forming a pair of Z angles are equal. Observe, angle OQC and OPB, they form Z angles. Z angles means alternate angles. If a pair of alternate angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel. Hence, we proved the statement that they are asking to prove us. So, AB is parallel to CD. You can also take a pair of F angles to show that the two lines are parallel, but here it is very easy to identify the alternate angles or the Z angles. Hence, we are proving with the help of Z angles, children. Next problem, prove that the perpendicular at the point of contact to the tangent to a circle passes through the center. We have to prove the perpendicular at the point of contact to the tangent to a circle passes through the center. Here OP is the perpendicular drawn to AB. If you consider OP is the perpendicular drawn to AB at point of contact P, means we have to show that OP passes through the center. If PQ is the line perpendicular to AB, then we have to show that QP passes through the center. So, we are imagining that the perpendicular line drawn to the tangent AB do not passes through the center O. It does not passes through the center. So, we are considering it or we are imagining it. Next, what we are going to do is assume it passes through another point Q. We are considering that OP does not pass through the center, it passes through another point Q which is not center. Now, we are joining OP and OQ. After joining OP and OQ, we know that OP is perpendicular to AB because OP is the radius to the circle. Therefore, angle OPB is 90 degree according to theorem 4.1. QPB is also 90 degree. Statement 2, because QP is perpendicular to AB from 1 and 2, angle QPB must be equal to angle OPB. Hence, Q is not another point, it is nothing but O only. It is possible only when OP becomes OQ, if OP and OQ are one and the same. Hence, always the perpendicular drawn at the point of contact passes through the center. Hence, we proved this logically. Children, the next problem is a quadrilateral ABCD is drawn to circumscribe a circle. Circumscribe a circle means we are drawing a circle inside a quadrilateral ABCD. We have to prove that AB plus CD equals AD plus BC. That means AB side plus CD side, opposite side, sum of opposite sides of the quadrilateral, they are equal, we have to prove. So, if you observe the points A, B, C, D, the vertex of the quadrilateral, they are the external point to the circle, and AP, AS are the tangents drawn to the circle from AB, from A to the circle. BP and BQ are the tangents drawn to the circle from the vertex B. Similarly, CR and CQ are the tangents drawn to the circle from the external point C, and DR and DS are the two tangents drawn to the circle from the external point D. Yes. So, therefore, AP equals AS because tangents drawn from the external points are equal. Similarly, you can observe BP equals BQ, CR equals CQ and DR equals DS. Next, adding LHS and RHS of the equation, we are going to add AP plus BP plus CR plus DR is equal to, we are adding the LHS of the 4 statements with the RHS of the 4 statement, AS plus BQ plus CQ plus DS, and rearranging you can observe AP plus BP, CR plus DR, AS plus DS plus BQ plus CQ. AP plus BP means it is AB only. CR plus DR means you can observe it is the side CD. AS plus DS is AD and BQ plus CQ is side BC. So, hence we have proved that AB plus CD, the sum of opposite sides of the quadrilateral is equal, that is equal to AD plus BC. Hence, we proved that statement. So, now I tried to answer few questions in exercise 4.2. You try to answer the remaining questions, children. So, with the knowledge that you have learnt in this session, so try to answer exercise 4.2. If you find any difficulty, please take the help of your mathematics teachers. Okay. So, from the beginning session, what are all the important concepts that we have learnt in this chapter are listed here. So, once you go through this, children, in a plane, if a line and the circle have no common point, the line is called a non-intersecting line with respect to the circle. If there is no relationship between the line and the circle in a plane, then it is called non-intersecting line. If there is a relation exist, there exist two type of relation, that is, in a plane if a line and the circle has two common points, then the line is called secant with respect to the circle. If it has only one common point, then it is called as tangent to the circle. Yes, then it is called as tangent with respect to the circle, and that point of contact, one point where the line meets the circle is called as point of contact. The common point to the circle and tangent is called point of contact. Only two tangents are parallel to a secant. If you draw a secant to a circle, it is possible to draw only two tangents which are parallel to the secant. Next, tangent drawn on any point to the circle is perpendicular to the radius drawn at point of contact. This activity we have done and we have drawn the inference. Yes. Next, we cannot draw tangent to a circle from the point inside the circle. If you put a point in the interior region of the circle, you cannot draw tangent from that point. If a point is on the circle, then only one tangent can be drawn to that. In that, only one tangent can be drawn on any point on the circle. If the point is outside the circle, then the number of tangents that can be drawn is two tangents. Only two tangents can be drawn to the circle from an external point. And we also observed and learned that tangent drawn on any point to the circle is perpendicular to the radius drawn at point of contact. Along with these concepts, we have learnt how to prove theorem 4.1 and theorem 4.2, which is very important for the examination point of view. Theorem 4.1 statement is tangent drawn on any point to the circle is perpendicular to the radius drawn at point of contact. Theorem 4.2 is tangents drawn from external point to the circle are equal. So, these are the important things that we have learnt in this chapter. So, practice well and do well in the examination, children. Thank you. This is your friend Srimati Sucheta SS, mathematics teacher, T. Dasaralli, Bengaluru North 4. Thank you, children.